Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Wednesday Reliv webinar opportunity information presentation. And I am Eileen Tesch, and I will be your host for this evening, and honored to just have the opportunity to share a little bit about this amazing company that my husband and I learned about 15 years ago. Reliv International. We're a 33-year-old food science company located outside of St. Louis, Missouri. And one thing that really means a lot to people is the fact that our products, everything is made here in the US. And the company, my husband being a doctor, was most impressed with the integrity of the company and the strong family values. The Reliv Difference, people ask all the time, why is Reliv different? I just talked to one gentleman who produces numerous videos for health companies, for athletes, and he said, you know, there are millions of products out there, thousands of companies, and he has been on the Reliv nutrition for over 15 years, and he said, we all know nothing compares to Reliv. Because number one, it's bioavailable. It goes into the body at the cellular level within minutes. Synergistic, the way it is formulated, creates a powerful program that is patented. Optimal nutrition, it is no longer business as usual or mixing this ingredient with that. The way that it's put together, it provides a super fuel for the body and guaranteed quality ingredients. Reliv is backed by science. We own a number of patents on the company, and we stay on the cutting edge, and everything is based in science. This is Dr. Alfredo Galvez. He is our chief research scientist. And the best part is that he is approachable. You can contact him on Facebook to ask questions, and he is always there to keep Reliv in the forefront of the health and wellness industry. Core nutrition, this is what most people start on. We have a small suite of products, but we recommend that everybody start on the core nutrition to help the body get balanced and to most people, this is all they need. But if they want to combine that nutrition, the core nutrition, with our targeted solutions, they are available. With me and my husband, we started with what we call the Mighty Three. That was the classic, the Energize for hydration there at the bottom, and the Fiber Store for digestive health. So important. The gut is, I just read today, it is 2/3 of the power, the brain of the body, in addition to the mind. Joint health, heart health, blood sugar, or metabolic syndrome, 24K, another one of my favorite products. It was rated best new product in America in 2011 at the American Business Awards in New York City. It is the all-natural answer to the energy drink. We have one of the most scientifically developed anti-aging products called Reverse Age, Provantage for muscle recovery and strength. So essentials for women's issues. And we also have a new Energize, which has 60% less sugar. And the Fit3 program, Dr. Hastings, our chief scientific officer, who was there at the beginning of this company, he said this is his best work yet. He's been in the weight loss industry in addition to the food science industry. And this is a great way to lose weight, get in shape, and have a community of support. The immune support is so key right now. The Lunarich X there on the left was discovered by Dr. Alfredo Galvez at the University of California, Davis 30 years ago now, and is one of the most studied product. It's a natural peptide that helps genetic health and expression. And on the right is the defense. The defense is to help with not only immune support, but also bacterial and to prevent bacterial and viral infections by just simply helping build that immune system strong. And this is one of our newest lines, and it is our RLV Hemp line. People have talked about this for thousands of years, how important this is to help the body, because hemp is simply the cannabinoids, which we already have in our immune system. And Reliv prides itself on purity, and there is a certificate of analysis for our products. So I can't go into all detail right now, but on the left is the balm, and it's one of the only, if not the only, balms out there that has over 1,000 milligrams of hemp CBD. And this is our newest product. It is the cutting edge called Protect. And it is the combination of 3 cutting edge health technologies. It is the Lunarich, which is for epigenetics or the genetic health. It is the hemp or the cannabinoid system. And now with nanotechnology. So it goes into the body because it can permeate. That's what nano means. It can permeate the brain-blood barrier to get into the system within seconds. And each dropper has the equivalent of 6 Lunarich X capsules together with the RLV hemp. But this is the heart of Reliv, helping others, especially those less fortunate. And Reliv Kalogris Foundation was founded in honor of Dr. Theodore Kalogris, who formulated the first flagship product, the Classic. And he always said, no matter how much money you make, no matter what happens to you with this company and your health, never forget the children. And this just shows you the power of nutrition, particularly Reliv nutrition. We have feeding stations all over the world. This is a young man, a child named Rodlin from Haiti, who was in horrible pain from skin disease because of malnutrition. The skin is the largest organ in the body and shows obviously the deterioration. And this was just 2 weeks on the products and the difference it's made. And now here he is on the right, a happy, healthy young man. And this is Rosemary from the Philippines. As you can see, she was malnourished, only weighed 8 pounds, and was one of the recipients of the feeding stations. And now in 19 days, now she's happy and healthy, and we're just so grateful to the foundation. And it is funded, supported strictly by the Reliv distributors. So I want to just take a minute now and share a little bit about our story. First, I'll ask my husband, Eileen Tesch, because we found this together, and him being a doctor, he was very skeptical, but he saw my results. So thank you, Jim, for sharing.
Hi there, everybody. Yes, my name is Jim Tesch. I'm Eileen's husband, and I was first introduced to Reliv 15 years ago. We worked together, and at that time I was battling diverticulitis, sleep apnea, carpal tunnel, and various, Midwestern type allergies that we all have pretty much here in the Michigan Midwest area. Within about 6 to 8 weeks of being on those core products that Eileen mentioned, all of that dissipated. Carpal tunnel surgery I was scheduled for, I was able to cancel it. I've never had it. It's been 15 years. The sleep apnea was a big issue for me. I had gone through sleep studies. I was, very severely sleep apneic. Was told I had a CPAP machine or even some corrective surgery. I just couldn't see myself going through all that. Again, within about 8 weeks, I was sleeping better. I woke up restful in the morning. I got through my day. I'm a retired veterinarian, so my days consisted of pretty much standing up 12, 14 hours at a time. And I just got through the day. I mean, I was ready to go and could keep on going. The diverticulitis, pretty much same situation. All that dissipated within 6 to 8 weeks. I've never had to be concerned with what I eat, what I consume. It just does not really flare up for me anymore. Fast forward, one more thing was about almost 7 years ago now. I was diagnosed bone on bone in both my knees, severe amount of discomfort and pain. Again, being my profession, I was in the stand-up issue, but the cartilage was gone, and I had a lot of pain, a lot of swelling. I dealt with that for about a year and a half. Well, initially I was told I needed knee replacement. I dealt with that for about a year and a half. Did not do all that well. It progressed to the point where I was so severely crippled and swollen, I couldn't really get around very well. I went back to the surgeon. He drew 100 mLs of fluid out of my one knee, told me I immediately needed to get into the surgery. I couldn't see myself doing it at the time. I went home and I actually tripled a couple of our products. The Arthritis, which is highly anti-inflammatory, incredible joint support product, and the Lunarich X capsules. I went from taking about 4 a day to taking 12 a day. And I have not been back to the orthopedic surgeon now in over 5 years, almost 6 years. I have yet to have the surgery. I've avoided bilateral knee replacement surgery, and these products have been life-changing for me. I mean, I couldn't say enough, and I will always be with my Reliv.
Thank you so much, Jim. And next, I'd like to introduce now a dear friend of mine and one of the most recent global ambassador qualifiers, Miss Katie Moore. If you would come on, please, and share a little bit about your journey, that would be wonderful.
I would be happy to. Thank you so much, Eileen. Yes, good evening. My name is Katie Moore, and I live over here in the Detroit, Michigan area. And we were introduced to Reliv about 7 years ago. It was a family member that shared with us, and we weren't really interested. I personally said no for about 2 years. I was a healthy young woman, and I didn't think that I needed any type of supplement. But during those 2 years, 2 things changed. The first thing is that my husband experienced excruciating back pain. So he got started on the products first, and within 2 weeks, he finally could sleep through the night with no pain. I was a little bit more skeptical, but later that year, it was in 2014, September, I gave birth to our first son, and that's when it changed for me. I got started on the products, and the first noticeable things that I saw were I started sleeping better at night. Even I was up every couple hours feeding our child. I just slept during those every couple hours. I did see great energy throughout the day. About 9 months later, when my menstrual cycle returned, I saw amazing results with PMS symptoms, the cramps, the bloating, all of that. Actually, I didn't even think that it was nutrition, the Reliv products, until the person that shared with me said, yeah, I think that that's what's doing it. I actually went on to use the products as my prenatal for our second and third pregnancies. We have 3 boys now. They are ages 2, 4, and 6. And those pregnancies were amazing. I had really high energy. I gained minimal weight. I didn't deal with all of the pregnancy symptoms that I had in the first pregnancy. Some of those were constipation, acid reflux, heartburn, all of those things. I took the products right with me to the hospital, and I delivered naturally. And it was because of the stories. I heard stories throughout my pregnancy that women were used Reliv as their prenatal, and I asked them what products they used, how they took the shakes, what results they saw. And that's really what encouraged me. I delivered naturally, and I bounced back super quickly. A few other results that I have experienced, and I didn't think that I guess I would have even seen this. I used to deal with chronic canker sores often, and I don't deal with those anymore. I've actually lost a lot of weight. I've lost about 18 pounds. I went from a size 4'6" to a size 0. I feel absolutely incredible. I have a lot of energy. And let me tell you, you need energy when you have 3 young children. And so our kids use the kids product. We notice differences, especially in our oldest, with mood and behavior, focus, energy, bowel movements, even sleeping patterns. But as a busy mom, I know that it just fills in the gaps where the food that they eat, or quite frankly, don't eat, it just goes to work in their little bodies. And I absolutely love that. And then from the business side, it's very interesting to me. I keep looking back and thinking about this, about my background's in interior design, and I was working corporate America. But when I became a mom, I just had this desire to be home or have more time freedom and flexibility with our family. So about 3 years ago now, I hung up that towel. I resigned corporate America to be a full-time stay-at-home mom. I do homeschool all 3 children now, or at least the 2 oldest ones. That third child is just right there every step of the way. And I never look back. We decided to become master affiliates, which is that top profit level. And I guess the rest is history. Our first month, we earned about $100. I like making beautiful spaces. I have known nothing about nutrition, and I was just teachable and coachable. And I guess I was told if you have a heart, you can just share Reliv. And so that's what I do. And here we are. We just love helping others. We earn a very good supplemental income. That income is growing, and we are excited to make that a full-time career. We've earned lots of trips, I guess 2 trips, lots of bonuses, free product. The company is super generous, but most importantly, we just pay it forward and we love helping others. And I really love supporting that Cologress Foundation. That is near and dear to my heart as a mom and seeing those kiddos. So that's a little bit about our story. And I'll just wrap it up by saying I am ever so grateful that the person that shared Reliv with me did not give up, even when I said no. And I was super skeptical. But more importantly is my husband. He actually said yes. And if he wouldn't have started on the product, I don't know where we would be today. So thanks so much for having me, Eileen.
Thank you, Katie. Again, congratulations. And you're on your way to Amelia Island next week with the corporate leaders and other winners. And thank you. I know you have you're part of the Young Leaders organization, and you're taking our company into the future, and so important. Have the right leaders. Thank you again. And next is an amazing woman who has been with Reliv pretty much from the beginning, and talk about children. I can't begin to thank you enough, Valerie Opie, for coming on tonight and sharing your journey with us.
You bet. Hi, everyone. I am Valerie Opie from Mesa, Arizona, and I wish I would have had Reliv before I had given birth to all 8 of my babies, because I did not have that wonderful experience that Katie was talking about. But I have daughters that are now married, and they've all used it for prenatals. And so that's wonderful. Well, we took a look at Reliv 23 years ago. My brother called and said he was excited about a business he was doing because his wife, who'd struggled with PMS and depression for over 20 years, had gotten on a formula, and in 3 months went through a cycle without any PMS and depression. And I rolled my eyes, guys, because my brother's a cabinet maker. My background is in nutrition. I was an assistant dietitian for a large hospital chain before I quit to take care of my children. But so I really didn't believe it. And I had tried to help her, but I couldn't. And when she walked in my home to share about Reliv, I knew something was different about this stuff. My husband actually saw the business side, dove in without ever trying the product. And I was mad at him because he was working 60 to 70 hours a week and made a great income. He was just never home. So I didn't know when he was going to build a business. But guys, we started on the product. I do believe in nutrition. I'm not afraid of it. So when people said, if you need more nutrition, give yourself more shakes, I did. I deal with rheumatoid arthritis, but our biggest worry at that time was my 7-year-old son in 4 months went from being a normal, healthy kid to being a little boy who crawled upstairs to go to bed at night, or would beg his dad to carry him to bed. His knees and elbows were twice their normal size. He'd lost all range of motion in his ankles and his shoulders. And we just were praying for answers and wondered what if. We had no idea that 90 days on the product, he would be 90% pain-free. And running up and down stairs, he couldn't even crawl up 12 weeks earlier. At 6 months, he was 100% pain-free. 7 months, we were able to wean him off the medications that were very scary drugs. And that was 22 and a half years ago. That young man is now 30 years old, almost 31. He has 5 children, and he's a chiropractor, which would not have been his life with crippled hands and crippled feet. And I saw even more wonderful things as my husband started telling other people. Within the first 3 months, my aunt no longer had migraines. My next door neighbor didn't need neck surgery. And I thought, what in the world have we got a hold of? And then my husband said, well, and we profited $700. And I went, wait a minute, what have we got a hold of? So we flew to a conference to check it out. And at that conference, I met people who were not only getting life-changing results with their health, but they were getting life-changing results from the business. they were earning more than my husband was earning, and he earned a really good 6-figure income, but they had the time freedom to enjoy it. And that's when we came home and I had a better attitude. And that income has grown from $700 a month. A year later, it was over $1,500 a month. A year later, it was over $5,000 a month. Our highest month, guys, had been over $11,000 in profit. And that's not bad for a very busy mom of 8 who had kind of a bad attitude at the beginning of this. But I'm so grateful my husband didn't let my bad attitude stop him, because we have been blessed so much with the residual income at different times in our life. And that is powerful, to have income that will keep coming even if life happens and you can't continue to work. But it has been a blessing. We'll be doing it forever.
Thank you so much, Valerie. And you just had what, a new grandbaby?
I have one new grandbaby and one that is coming in the next couple of weeks. So that'll make 20 grandbabies.
Oh, gosh. Bless you. Well, thank you so much, Valerie, and always appreciate all your help and just sharing and blessing others. And I'll just finish up with the rest of our story. You know, I was a very busy attorney, like Valerie said, just had no life. I was very depressed, stressed out, burned out. And when my sister brought the products to me and was so excited about the opportunity, she was a single mother and wanted to start this business. Naturally, I said, "Are you crazy?" But I got started on the products and quit smoking in 2 weeks. I lost 10 pounds in my first month. My depression disappeared. My skin cleared up. But most importantly, people saw the change in me and they're like, "You're so happy. And what are you doing?" Even my esthetician started carrying it in her spa. But that wasn't really enough for me to take a look at the business. It wasn't until my husband got those results and we started hearing the stories. And it really went from my head to my heart. And that's when I knew that I at least had to make sure that everybody heard about Reliv, and not that I was going to, or we were going to be involved, or that we were going to be distributors. The business was born, and by the grace of God, in 3 years, part-time, just connecting people to our support team. And that is the biggest blessing about Reliv, is everybody working together and helping one another, and the training. In 3 years, as I said, I resigned from the law firm. My husband has since sold his hospital. We love what we do. The money's great, and we're on our way to Amelia Island next week as well. But what this company's given me is passion and purpose back in my life. And you know what? That is most important, especially in this time and where we are in this world. You gotta have a purpose, you gotta have passion, and you gotta find a way to make a difference. And Reliv has given us all that. So thank you everyone for sharing. And I'll just finish up here with our compensation plan for those of you that are looking or maybe open to hearing about a way to earn income. A little, a lot, Reliv gives you options. Reliv has been around over 31 years, I think 32. This is our president, Ryan Montgomery. It was founded by his parents, Sandy and Bob Montgomery. And like I said, the integrity of the company, the values is what makes Reliv set apart from all these other companies. There's 5 ways to make money with Reliv, and I'll just briefly go through them. Very simple retail profit. You retail somebody $100 worth of products, and depending on where you are in the profit level, you can make anywhere from $20 to $40. As Katie said, she started as a master affiliate at the top profit level. And so with a $100 sale, she was able to earn $40. And just remember, what impressed me the most as an attorney, that there were no warning labels on these products. In over 30 years, never had a recall, never had a lawsuit. And that to me spoke volumes, because everything has warning labels for, liability purposes. So once you become a distributor, we have a promotion now. It's only $20 as opposed to $40. To become a distributor, the company will set up your account, do all your tracking for you, deposit your checks, the marketing. So with this, once you become a distributor, your only job is to be teachable and to learn the Reliv system and to share this with others, not sell it, but share this with others. And Reliv gives you options, as I said. You can start at the 20, why the 25% and the 40% are highlighted because those are the most popular places to start. The 25% level or the affiliate level, once you set up your account, then you can purchase at wholesale. And the company will send you $500 worth of products and you immediately save $125. And they have free shipping now. The master affiliate level, you can either start at the top level or you can build it depending on where you're at. So the company will send you $5,000 worth of products. If like Katie and myself and many others, we chose to start at that level. We knew we were going to move the products. We knew we were going to use the products and we didn't want to leave any money on the table. And so the investment was roughly $3,250, but that opens you up to all 5 forms of income. What's really exciting about this particular level is that's when you are able to help someone else become a distributor or get started at any one of these levels. And if you're at the 40% and you have somebody at the 25%, you are able to make the difference of 15%, whether you're working with them or whether they're across the country and other Reliv distributors are helping them. So it's a win-win. We believe in paying it forward, and it doesn't matter whether somebody's financially connected to us. It's all about making sure they know about Reliv International and the impact this can have on their families. So the third way we get paid is the overrides. And this is why thousands and thousands of people a day sign up in this industry, in the network marketing industry, so that they can start earning overrides. As J. Paul Getty said, if you don't find a way to earn income while you're sleeping or while you're not working, you will never get ahead. And so this gives you an opportunity to help others start building their organizations if they so choose. And not everybody's going to want to do that. But and then in the beginning, I didn't think I wanted to do it. But when I saw other people getting excited, people that I had shared and introduced to the company, and they wanted to start building it, we all started working together. So the company pays you 5 levels deep. And just taking Susan, for example, you're a master affiliate, you introduce Susan to the company. She could be a friend, relative, associate, a neighbor. You heard the stories how, there's no accidents. People find Reliv because they're meant to find it. And so Susan, as you help her build her customers and distributors and master affiliates, you will get paid 8% over all of her organization. And that's residual income. Cash bonuses and trips. We've talked about Amelia Island. We haven't been able to travel in a couple of years. We earned a Hawaii trip, but Reliv right now is just so we can get together and mastermind and just talk about the future and what's happening with the company. Reliv is so generous. They have organized this trip to Amelia Island so that we can come and we don't have to worry about restrictions and enjoy this camaraderie, this friendship, this family. And so very excited. There's also Star Director bonus. And if you would get together with the person that invited you, they will explain that to you. But the company, there's always many ways to make money. You share Reliv and Reliv will take care of you. The ambassador program, we talked about that. And Katie is one of the newest global ambassadors. It's a whole new team of people around the world that are going to take this company to $1 billion and be out there teaching and training. And Reliv has a special trip planned for them at the end of the year so they can come together and get everybody learn what the vision is for this company. So with that, just to give you a couple options, you can be a customer right now as a preferred customer. It's usually $10 and you save 10%, but they've waived that fee because of what's going on in the world and in our country. They want to give everybody the best opportunity to get started, and they don't want money to be a reason not to. And become a distributor. So they reduce that fee from $40 to $20. And again, as I went over, these are the two most popular options. And I like the Quick Start because that gives you enough products for 90 days. And it takes 90 days for the body to heal. You heard Valerie Opie talking about her son, but that is what the medical profession and just the physiology of the human body. So that's why that's always a great place, and people see the results. But when they have family or they're looking to start a business, obviously the master affiliate level. And remember, you get 100% guarantee, money back guarantee on any unopened products. So get together with the person that invited you and learn more. We have a fabulous training this weekend with a woman out of Chicago that had already built a company, very successful. But again, as Valerie said, she never had a life, never had time for her children. And because of the results she got, she started building her Reliv business. And her life has never been the same, but she brings that corporate experience and training to Reliv, and you don't want to miss it. So that is 11:30 to 12:30 Eastern Standard Time on this Saturday. So Reliv has what people are looking for, just fun and freedom and a place where they can come and make a difference and make a life. So thank you everyone for joining us today, and we will see you next week.